Welcome to class 6 of TCS 15 Days NQT Cracker series. Today we are going to discuss another subsection from logical reasoning part. So today we are going to discuss cube folding, paper cuts, folds and visual reasoning questions. So today's topic will be very interesting. Please do these things very carefully because these come like very frequently in the TCS examinations as well as in the other jobs examinations as well. So let us see what kind of questions do we get in this particular section. So this is our first question. Identify the 3D shape that correctly corresponds to the question net. So this is a 2D figure, and if we fold this 2D figure, we are going to get a 3D figure. And you have to say out of these four figures which one we will get if we fold this 2D figure. So in this part today we are not going to select the answer, we are going to eliminate the answers that are not probable, and whatever is left is our correct answer. So if we look carefully here, this part is greater than this part. Fine. So this is not possible because all the sides for this particular 3D figure is same. So this is not possible because if you can see here, this is larger and this is little bit smaller. Now, I can apply the same logic here. In here, all the sides are same. So this is also not possible. So out of these four options, two options are eliminated or four options are deleted. Now let us come to fourth option and second option. Fourth option and second option both look probable, but one thing that you can guess is that this triangular part is smaller. But in option number 4, the triangular part is little bit bigger, or you can say that this is bigger than this one. So this is also eliminated. So we are left with option number 2, and this will be our correct choice. We can go to another thing. So I hope this question was clear to you. Now let us go to this one. Again, we are given with an 2D figure. And if we fold this 2D figure, we are going to get a 3D figure. So let us imagine what kind of a 3D figure we can get. So one face will be C. This will be one face. Then this face will be B because it is just behind this one. And the face that is after B, this is going to be E, and the face below is going to be your F. Now, the face just like right hand side of C will be D, and obviously the face here will be your E. So this is your Q. So we have C, then B, then backside we are going to have E. With E, we are going to have A, so A will be present here. And below this cube, we are going to have F. Now let us start eliminating this one. So if you notice here in this particular cube, we have B, then we have F. So this is not possible because B and F are not adjacent to each other. Who are adjacent to each other? C and B are adjacent to each other. B and E is adjacent to each other. E and F is adjacent to each other. F and C is adjacent to each other. But B and F is not adjacent to each other. That is why this particular option is eliminated. Now let us come to this third option, like one third option. You can see here they are saying that we have B and E, but here they have given C. Fine. But C cannot be present on the left hand side of C. Like they are not adjacent to each other. They do not share a common side. B and C do not share a common side like this. So it is usually we have B, then we will have E, then we will have F, and below it we will have C. C cannot come in this direction, for this is also eliminated. Now let us look into this one. We have D and E. So obviously D and E cannot be like this. So this is also eliminated. Whatever is left is option number 2, and this will be selected. Now let us see if this is following our this cube or not. We have E. Yes, we have E this side. Then if we roll this cube, we will have F below. So E and F will be like this, and D on the side of it. So this is our correct cube. So if you have understood this question, let us try this question. Okay. So we have a transparent paper. Find out the correct position which would appear when the transparent sheet is folded at the dotted line. We have a transparent sheet and we fold it along this line, and we have to say what is the position of the markings that are done over the transparent sheet. So I will just delete this one and try to guess our markings. So first of all, this marking will be translated here. This marking will be translated here like this. This marking will be translated here like this, and this will remain alone only. So this will be translated here if we draw a straight line. This will be translated here if we draw a straight line, and this will be translated here and if we draw a straight line. Fine. And there is nothing to be translated here, so this symbol will remain alone only. So if we look into this first figure, this second part or the second half of the pattern is completely eliminated. So this is not a correct option. Now, if we go to this part, this is not possible because like the translations are not correct. In here, the first triangle is like this, but in this figure, the first triangle is given in this version. So this is also wrong. You can see that we can actually match our assumption with this pattern. So this is an correct option, and this is again wrong because there is no symbol at the edge of the fold. There is no symbol present at the edge of the fold. So this is also a wrong option. So we have eliminated 3 of the options successfully, and we are left with option number C. So this is our correct option. Fine. Let us go to the next question. Okay. So again, we have a 2D figure. Choose the box that is similar to the box formed from the given sheet of paper X. So we take this one and we form a cube. So if we form a cube out of this, one face will be your like this. This is your first face. And 1, 2, and 3. 3 faces will be your blank. Face number 1, face number 2. This will be blank, and all these faces, like they too share a similar edge, it will be something like this. Fine. So it can be like this. It can be like this. Now one part, if we have formed 3 walls from this one, like we can have 1 below and 2 up, and one side like face number 4 will have a smaller dot, and face number 5 will have a dot like this. Okay, so I will just change my color, just hold on. We'll have a dot like this, and face number 6 is going to be made out of this 4 triangles. So it will be something like this. If we have a square like this, one of the face will have a pattern like this. One of or two of the faces will be like completely black. So this will be completely black and this will be completely black, and one of them will be white. So these are our six spaces. This is space number one, this is space number two, this is space number three, this is space number four, and this is space number five, and this is space number six. Now, if we look at question number or option number four, there is no face like this where one side is black and three of the sides are white. There is no such face. We have face 6, but in face 6, three of the faces are black. But in here, three of the faces are white. So this option is eliminated and this is not a possible answer. Now let us go to this one. In this particular option, if you observe carefully, we have a concentric circle. Like there is a circle and there is a circle over it. So there is no such face where we have a concentric circle. So this is also a wrong option. Now, if we see here, we have three white faces, and with one of the white faces we have a circle like this. So exactly this option is possible because two of the white faces I can see, and with attached to this two of the white faces we have a circle. So this option is also correct. So this is a correct option. And now let us go to this one. We have a smaller point. Yes, we have a smaller point, and we have a face where we have three black faces. Yes, this is also possible. So out of this given four option, 1 and 2 is a probable answer. That is 1 and 2 are probable answer. So both of these figures are possible. So I hope this was clear. I think you agree with my thought pattern. So I would suggest you to try this on your own and tell me. You can try the same method here. I know that when I am folding a paper into a cube, so in here we have three faces again. Face 1 is a white face. Face 2 is again a white face. Face 3 is again a white face. And face 4 is again a white face. Like four of the faces are white. So you can easily say that this is a probable option because in here I can see three of the white faces. So out of the four faces, it is always possible to see three of the white faces. Now let us look into this particular cube. So what you see is that one of the faces will be like this, and another of the faces will be like this. Fine. And if we fold them or if we use them, this amount of connection is not going to change. So you can see that these two cubes are connected via their edges like this. Fine. Like one triangle is connected to the another triangle via this connection. So this is not possible because in here you can see that both of the triangles are sharing an edge, and this is not possible. You can see that both of the triangles can never share an edge together. So this is a wrong option. Now we go to this one. In this particular triangle, you can see that one of the triangle is like this and another triangle is like this. So both of these triangle are attached, like one triangle is attached to its side and another triangle is attached by its middle. So this is not possible. Both of the triangles are attached via their corners or via their side. So this is also eliminated. We are left with this one. So this is an probable option because you can see one of the faces will be like this, one of the faces will be like this, and another of the faces will also be like this, and both of these triangle are connected by this point, and you can see that yes, both of the triangle are actually connected by this point. So this is also a probable option. So it is a matter of elimination of the improbable options, and whatever is eliminated, whatever is left after the elimination should be our correct option. So in last two question we saw that two of the options are possible, and before that three questions we saw that only one option is possible. So what you do is that in many of the questions they give like option 1 and 2 is possible, option 3 and 4 is possible. So you have to say like yes, option 1 and 2 is possible, option 2 or 3 is possible. Or sometimes to increase the hardness of the question, they also say that select all that apply. So you have to select option number 1 and option number 4. Now this is another interesting question. Let us understand the question properly. Four positions of a cube are shown below. Which color is opposite to the white color in the given cubes? So there is a cube for us, and when we have a cube, we can rotate it and we can place it in a different ways. Fine. We can actually have 6 positions for a cube where I can put the cube on the one face, like one at a time. So 4 positions are given. You have to say what is the color opposite to the white color. So now let us start with the facts. What we know that a cube has 6 sides. A cube has 6 sides. Now let us see what might be the colors of those sides. First, side 1 can be red. We can see here side 1, one of the side is red. Side 2 can be orange. Side 3 can be white. We know that these are the colors of the sides. Like we know 3 of the sides. Again, we have already seen orange, we have already seen white, so we are left with yellow. So yellow will be another side, like side 4 equal to yellow. Now we have seen white, we have seen yellow, we are left with green. The side 5 will be green, and side 6 will be side 6 will be blue. So from looking at the 4 positions of a particular cube, we have identified the sides that are possible. Now let us think. Red, red and white. Red and white cannot be opposite to each other. If two of the sides are opposite to each other, that means they are not going to share any one of the edges. They are not going to share any one of the edges. But red and orange are sharing a edge with white. That means red and orange cannot be opposite of white. So white cannot be an opposite of white, red cannot be an opposite of white, orange cannot be an opposite of white. Fine. Now let us come to this picture again. You can see that white and yellow is sharing an edge. So yellow and white cannot be an opposite to each other. Now, white and orange is again sharing a side. So we have already accounted for orange. Now let us come to this diagram again. In this particular diagram, white and green is sharing an edge. So they cannot be an opposite to each other. So I can say that side 5 green is also not opposite to white. So whatever we are left with blue. And in this last diagram, you can see in the last diagram, actually everyone is sharing an edge. So actually, I think there is some problem with this question because like white is with yellow, white with is with orange, white with yellow, uh, white with green. Okay, just let us look into this. Okay, so whatever we are left with blue, actually blue should be the correct option because all these options are like all these options or all these colors are sharing with and white, but the problem is here is that blue is also sharing with white also. So I don't think that this is a correct question, because it is not possible that five of the faces cannot share an edge with white. This is not possible, because like we can imagine like this face will be red, this face will be in orange, this face will be in yellow, and like this face can be your green, and in the middle of it this will be white. So white is sharing an edge with red, white is sharing an edge with green, white is sharing an edge with yellow, and white is sharing an edge with orange. So red, green, orange and yellow are adjacent to each other, so five of the sides are accounted for, and the another side that will be just opposite to white will be your blue. It should be blue from according to our process of elimination. But again, the process of elimination can be faulty because we have started from the left hand side and we went to the right hand side. We considered this cube first, then we went to this cube, then we went to this cube, and then we went to this cube. If we had started from the right to left direction, different sides would have been eliminated and the final answer would have been different. So according to my thought process, it should be blue, but this question is not correct because this is not matching with our final answer. So if you think that I have done any mistake while calculating or while I am eliminating this stuff, please leave me a comment that, sir, you have done a mistake here. I'm going to correct it, not a problem. This is a discussion where we learn together. This is not me lecturing you always. So tell me that if it is a wrong question or if I have done any mistake, please leave a comment in the comment box below. So with this one, we'll now move on to the next question. So this is a very famous question. So this is a Venn diagram question where you have to say like how many people like cricket and tennis both. This is a small question, but before I move on to this question, let us understand the question first. So they are saying that all the people who like cricket are in this triangle, all the people who like hockey are in this square, and all the people who like tennis are in this circle. Fine. So let us use some different colors to denote this one. So all the people inside this square love hockey. So how many people love hockey? You can say that 12 plus 15 plus 21 plus 6, whatever it might be, these number of people or this many people love hockey. Now let us go to tennis. Take another color. This many people love tennis. How many people love tennis? You can see this color is almost not visible. Let us just revert back to white only. So this is tennis. And how many people love tennis? 17 people plus 15 people plus 21 people and plus 8 people love tennis, whatever it might be. Now, our last one is your cricket. So this many people love cricket. Fine. If this many people love cricket, then how many people love cricket? Cricket is loved by 9 people, then 12 people, then 17 people, then 15 people. And if we add this, whatever the sum might be, these many people love cricket. Now let us see how many people like cricket and tennis both. How many people like cricket and tennis both? So let us just try to find out the common patterns. So in tennis, like we have this number, and this number is common to both tennis and cricket. Tennis and cricket, so tennis intersection cricket will be 17 plus. Now, we can see that this number and this number is also common. So we can say this this many people also like tennis and cricket both. Like we can imagine it like a set. For T we have 17, 17, 15, 21 and 8. It is for T. Intersection C. For cricket we have 9, 12, 17 and 15. By elementary set concept, if you just like make an intersection of these two sets, we will get 17 and 15. 17 and 15. And if we do it like this, like n of t and s, you are going to get 17 plus 15, that is 32, I guess. So this is our final answer. So 32 people like cricket and tennis both. I hope this question was clear to you. So whenever you try or whenever you do this set question, find the sets first. So for hockey, this set will be like 12, 15, 21 and 6. For tennis, we had already find out, but I'm writing it again. We will have 17, we have 15, we have 21, we have 8. And for like cricket, we will have 9, we have 12, and we have 17, and we have 15. So from this actual set, you can find out H intersection T. Each intersection T will be, uh, what are the two elements that are common? 21 is common, 15 is common. So each intersection T will be 15 comma 21. And if we find the number of each intersection T, you will get like 6. This is 6 and this is 3. So you will get 36. Now, if we say that H intersection T intersection C, what is the number that is common in all of them? So 15 is common in all of them. 15 is common here, 15 is common here, and 15 is common here. So you can say the only set it is 15. And if we find the number of H intersection C intersection, we will get only 15. So 15 people like all three sports, 36 people like hockey and tennis both, and 32 people like tennis and cricket both. Then you can also find what is the total number of people who like hockey only. So this will be minus H minus H minus, you can say hockey intersection C plus tennis intersection C. Actually, we don't need this. Uh, we are doing a set difference here, so this will be this thing, and hockey intersection C intersection tennis. So we are going to get like H is your 12, 15, 21 and 6. Then you find then like addition of these two set and you can find the set difference. So the final answer you should get is 9. You can see for once here, like for hockey and cricket, we can just eliminate the common terms, like 12 will be eliminated, 15 will be eliminated, and 12, 15 will be an eliminated, 12, 15, sorry, 12 and 15 will be eliminated, and out of this one 17 will be eliminated. Only thing that will be left is 9. So only 9 people like cricket only. So you can do and you can derive many interactions like this and many such formulas from this one. So if you understand the concept properly, try to understand my thought process. It is completely possible that you will have your own thought process of solving these questions. These are logical questions, and every question have a different thought process of solving it. And I really cannot say that your thought process is not good, my thought process is better than you. Everyone has their own way of solving each of the question. So if you have any other way in which you can solve this particular question, in any other way you think that it will be better or it will be easier to solve like this, please comment in the YouTube section below, so that everybody who is studying for NQT can read those topics and understand, like, yes, this can be or this might be the better approach to this question. And if you feel that, you can also join our Telegram channel. The link is in the description below, or you can also find the link at the end of our lesson today. You can communicate with me or directly give me feedback that, sir, you have done a mistake here, or sir, this thought process is actually faulty, this is not going to work in this particular situation. I would love to have a chat like this. These interactions actually help us to enhance our knowledge and increase the depth of the understanding of each of the subject. So please communicate with me, communicate your thought process, because these actually help you to improve the knowledge. Fine. With this thing, let us go to the next question. So how many cubes are there below in the figure? So you have to say that how many cubes are there. So this is a 3D figure. We can actually guess how many cubes are here. Let us see. Let me change the color of the pen. So this is 1 cube, this is 2 cube, this is 3 cube, this is 4 cube, this is 5 cube. Then this is 6 cube, this is 7 cube, this is 8 cube, this is 9, and this is 10. This will be 11. There will be another cube here, 12. Sorry, this will be this one. I will just erase this thing once. Fine. So this will be the 12th one, this will be the 13th one, this will be the 14th one, and this will be the 15th one. So the total number of cubes that are on the floor is 15. Total number of cubes that are on the floor is 15. Another shortcut to find is that we have total number of 5 cubes in the column, and we have total 3 rows of cubes in the rows. So the total number of cubes are 5 into 3, that is 15. So I think next one is the easier method. I just counted the cubes individually so that you can understand the concept properly. So these are the number of cubes that are present on the floor area. Now let us come to the cubes that are present above the floor. So this is another cube, like this can be a 16th cube, this will be 17th cube, this will be 18th cube, this will be 19th cube, and this will be 20th cube. So the total number of cubes is 15 plus 5, that is equal to 20. So there are total 20 number of cubes in this 3D figure. So I hope this was understandable to you. Now, let us come to this very interesting question. Choose the alternative which resembles the water image in the following combination. Water image means if we write these letters upon a piece of paper and we stand with that paper near the edge of a water body, what will be the reflection that we will be able to see of this particular piece of paper on the surface of the water that you have to see. So how we can understand, like, what will be our thought process. So let us just imagine for a while. Before going to this one, let us go to an easy one. We have a word called taf. It is a meaningless word, that is taf. And we have a water body below it, or we are standing with this page over a water body. So this is our water. Fine. So what happens is that this f will be reflected here. This f will be reflected here. Let me just erase this one. This f will be reflected here, a will be reflected here, and t will be reflected here. If f is reflected here, so this F will come here. Fine. Like this vertical line will come here. This will be translated here, and this will be translated here. So F will look like this. For A, these 2 points will be translated here and here. So it will be like this. For this T, this point will be translated here. This vertical line will be translated here, and the tip of the T will be translated here. So it will be like this. So this will be the water image of TAF. Fine. So according to this same concept, let us try this one. What is the word that we have? Let us write it in different colors and then see. We have E, then we have 8, then we have T, then we have 4, then we have E, then we have 9, and then we have C. And there is water below it. There is water. Fine. If there is an water, this will be translated here, 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 this will be translated here. So this C will look like this, like for F. So this, if this part is translated here, this will be translated here. The C will look like this. For 9, this will be translated here, like first, and this will be translated like this. For E, this will be translated here, and this will be translated here, and so E will look like this. For 4, this vertical line will be translated here, this will be translated here, so it will look like this. For T, like this upper portion will be translated here, it will look like this. 8 will remain the same because every angle we see 8, it is going to look like this only, and E will be translated here like this. So this is our final option. So the translation will look like this, like E, 8, then F, then 4, then 6, then 9, then C. I think I have missed something. I have made this bigger. So this will be smaller. Like this will be way smaller like this. Fine. So this will be option number 4 will be our correct answer. If I'm not wrong, answer number 4 will be the correct option. So this will be an option. Okay, just let me correct one thing. When we are doing an water image, you have to like translate from up to bottom. Like you say that each of the letters are translated upside down. Remember that. Whenever we are doing an water image, upside down, all the images or all the letters are translated ditto, and they are translated upside down. Fine. When they are translated upside down. So using this similar concept, let us go to the next question where we will be dealing with your like where we will be dealing with your mirror image. Like choose the alternative which closely resembles the mirror image of the given combination. So let us look into the mirror image. Fine. Let us imagine that we have the same letter T, A, F, and we are looking at T, A, F on the mirror. This is our mirror surface. Fine. So what happens in mirror surface is that This letter will come in here. F will come here and A will come here. So the positions of the letters are reversed. Positions of the letters are reversed. If T comes here, the T will look like this, A will look like this, but the direction of F is going to change. F is going to look like this. So the final result will be sorry, the final result will be F A T. So all the letters are translated, all the characters are first reversed, and after all the characters are reversed, all the letters are positioned left side right. You remember this? This is side, left side right. All the letters are translated left side right. Once it is done, let us try this question. We have T A R A I N 1014A. So this is our letter, or this is our character. So once we are done with this, T will come here, so T will remain as such only. Then A will come here, so it will remain like this only. R will come here, but it will be translated left side right. So R will look like this. Then A will look like this. This is going to remain same only. N is going to look like this. It is just going to change. Okay. Uh, I think I have done mistake here. N is going to look like this. Then 1 is going to look like this. This is this will remain same. This will remain same. 4 will look like this. 4 will look like this, and last is A. So you can very much see from the options given, the final answer is A. Then 4 is written like this: 1, 0, this thing, 1, A, R, A, and E. This is our final answer. So the correct option is option number 4. So I'll just revise that once. Whenever we are working with mirror image, the positions of the letters remains the same, but the each of the letters are changed upside down. So remember this figure. This is an important figure. Fine. And whenever we are talking about mirror images, the position of the letters are reversed. So T will come here, A will come here, and F will come here. And all the letters will change left side, right. Fine. So like if we have F, in water image, F will become like this. And if we have mirror image for F, F will become like this. So remember this diagram. This is for water image. This is for water image, and this is for mirror image. Fine. So that's all for today, where we have done the different visual questions and visual representation of each of the questions. So you can find the full study material, full classwork at www.campusprep.com. Please visit our website to get all the materials, all the classworks and the quizzes. You can join this Telegram channel. You can communicate with me personally, and you can tell me that, sir, you have gone wrong here, or this can be the another approach to this question, or this can be done like this, that can be done like this. I am free and I am open to all the constructive feedbacks and criticism. Please hit me up. And even if you find any mistakes in the questions, if you find any mistakes in the answers, please comment in the comment box below. You can join our Facebook channel, Facebook page. There is no channel in Facebook. Anyways, you can join our Facebook page, and you can also join our Instagram page also. So that's it for today. Next week, I'm going to do the rest of the topic from logical ability. And next week also, we are also going to do some revision of numerical ability and logical ability. So see you next week on Monday. Thank you.